Holy shit, Austin, Texas. It's 1:03 in the morning and Clown's here. It's Clowntime. If you have no idea what the hell Clowntime is and you have no idea what the hell I'm doing on your TV set, please don't bother. You may not want to know. 472-CALL. There's a man punching buttons in the other room who's desperately trying to get a mouse pointed in the right direction. 472-CALL. As you can see, I'm a little backwards tonight. That's just the way things are. It's kind of hard when you're burning 6 candles and you need 7. But that's okay. Shit. Maybe I ought to just find a piece of paper and hold it up. You never know, stranger things have happened, especially in this place. This place will make weird things happen. I guarantee it. In this house, I have had naked, or I should say topless women dancing on top of cars. We have had fist fights. We have had wrestling with an actual ring or just a nice arrangement with a PVC pipe and yellow rope. 472-CALL. And then we've also had those fabulous things that, naked men with fish sticks running through this place, hopping and skipping along. Oh, crap, there's a call. Let's find out. You got the time. Oh, you were there. You said, hey, man, and then you hung up on me. God damn it. But I love it. 472-CALL. You guys over the years have known that number. Shit. Back in the day when Clown was running hard, man, hell, we used to have to wait half an hour. You got the time.
What's up, Clown?
How you doing, man?
You got the time. Nah, man, just here chilling now, man.
Sweet.
Fucking around, drinking some beer, smoking some fucking,
So, what are you burning tonight? What do you got on the blunt scene tonight?
Man, we just smoking blunts, man. We ain't got no bong, dude.
That's okay. I understand. So, are you using flavored or are you just straight out, nice, good tobacco roll?
Nah, man. We just regular blunts, man. We just straight Phillies, man.
I can appreciate it. I got love for that. So tonight's topic is going to be Cheerios or ALKA SELTZER. What you want?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Cheerios, yeah.
Cheerios.
Sweet.
Yeah, my kids like that shit.
Hey, I can dig it too, man. It's like one of those things you can eat dry and really appreciate, even no matter how fucked up you are. Cheerios.
Yeah. Hey, my boy, we call you every fucking week, man.
Because you guys are solid like that.
Yeah. You know who he is. He calls himself Hot Water. That little fucking boy, he be calling me every week.
Where's your uncle? He's right behind me.
Yeah. So he's here with me right now. That's my brother. He's right here with me right now.
Say, man, where's your uncle?
Shit, man. Well, shit, you keep it real, man. Hey, when you going to San Antonio?
Don't know yet. At the end of this season, I'm going to have to see if San Antonio don't go live, I'm going to remain here because, I got to do it live. I ain't no tape man.
Man, you need to stay here, man. You the fucking coolest, man. You the badass, man. I got a hold of you like maybe 6-7 years ago, man. And ever since then, I've been with you.
Man, like I said, you the solid squad. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Well, shit, I'm gonna call you later on when we're more drunk and shit like that. We'll holler at you.
Remember, the more fucked up you are, the better you sound. Woo! Peace. Say, bro, can you put right underneath your ALKA Seltzers or Cheerios, just put Clowntime so they at least know what the show is, or maybe down here? You got the time.
Hello?
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Can you answer the question for me, please?
Okay, what's the question?
As you can see, it says Cheerios or ALKA Seltzer. Please pick one.
Cheerios.
Sweetness. So do you like the Honey Nut Cheerios? Do you like the regular Cheerios? Do you like the Frosted Cheerios?
The Cheerios, I like the fruity Cheerios.
You those are like Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Yeah, those taste good.
Yeah, well, basically, Fruit Loops are basically Cheerios with a little bit of red a little bit of red dye and a shitload more sugar.
Huh?
Fruit Loops are basically Cheerios with coloring and lots more sugar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what else can I do for you? What else is upon your mind this evening?
Nothing. I was just up flicking through the channels and I see you on there.
Said, hi, what
Hey.
it's weird, it's sparkly. I don't know what it's doing, but it's kind of weird.
Me and my kids up this late looking.
How old is your nippers?
One of them is 6 and the other one is 11.
Now, you see, people don't understand, well, those kids should be in bed. No, when they finally wind down and they pass out, which thank the Lord will be soon, then you put them to bed. But until then, there's no use in doing that due to the fact that if you can't put them to bed if they're still wound up.
I fall asleep on them. I wake up through the night, they still up.
You know why? It's because they're the ones with all that energy that we should have, and they should have our tired dragging asses to see what it's like. His life is going to be coming like.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. You'd rather have them alive and fast instead of slow and cold.
Yeah.
Anything else I can do for you, my sister?
No, that's it.
I extremely appreciate the intelligence and the love you have brought to my show, and you have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
You got the time.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hello, Clown.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
Oh, just sitting here shaking at it, waiting for the heroin to kick in.
Yeah.
That's why I carry a chain for a belt. You see, if you have a regular belt, you can't shoot right through it. But if you carry a chain for a belt like I do, you see, what you can do is you can tighten up and you can shoot right through the center of it, because what that does is that finds that vein for you and it pops it up. So that way you can shoot right through the belt into the vein. And it's stupid.
I like that idea.
Hey, it's one of those things you learn when you're on the street and you have nothing else to do because you have nothing but time to kill. So you think of more and better ways to kill time. Me, like I said, you say the magic word, starts with a G, ends in a U, and man, I will be all over that stuff. I mean, screw paint. Paint doesn't last, but that stuff I'm thinking about, it's the best, man, because you can actually spread it right under your lip and nobody notices it. And it's wonderful because the scent's just there every time you pull in. So, Cheerios or ALKA Seltzer, man?
I have a dilemma on that.
It is?
Well, I like Cheerios in the morning, but I find myself eating a lot of ALKA Seltzer at night.
See, the thing is, though, on the weekends, you party so hard that you break on through to where you get yourself your bowl of Cheerios in the morning, you just drop your ALKA Seltzer in it.
With Lone Star?
And yeah. But it makes the beer go flat, so you still want to use milk. But it's okay, it'll still dissolve. And you'll have like bubbling Cheerios.
Man, I gotta tell you, the best thing to eat is hot cookies, cupcakes, and Rice Krispie treats, and everything you can put pot butter in. That takes care of everything.
Texas toast with grape jelly, Captain Crunch, and nacho cheese Doritos. Now that is a sandwich. with a beer to chase it. But yeah, that's living.
I'm on a strict Lone Star diet.
Tall boy or regulars? Tall boys or 12s?
Whatever's cold.
Outstanding. Anything else?
I just want to say you're doing an awesome job. And do you remember that time we barbecued some venison at some apartment complex?
I remember that.
We had a great time.
Yep. A little charcoal grill, a little bit of venison, and I dug those like volcanic rocks you had in there. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Right on, man. Well, rock on, Clown.
Peace, my friend.
Love you.
You got the time.
ALKA Seltzer.
There you go. What can I do for you?
Tell you what, I seen them Twin Towers come down, and I said, maybe some A-Raps gonna get what they deserve.
No. If you've paid attention to this here channel, you understand that what happened was due to the fact that the people who used to clean that thing called the janitors became unhappy with their contract. See, that's why they say it's an inside job. Because what happened was the janitors were unhappy with their contract, so instead of putting wax on the floor, what they did is they put real thin layers of nitroglycerin on there. So it wasn't the planes that brought it down. It was the thin layers of nitroglycerin and mixed in the floor. So you see, it was an inside job, but it was done by the janitors.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's the only theory that lays down. That's it.
Inside job or what?
It was an inside job. It was a janitor's.
I think that's stupid. Why would the government attack its soil?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because they weren't using the proper postage.
Well, those hot-haired people say it's this.
You got the time.
Hey, buddy.
Answer the question.
What the hell's going on?
That ain't the question.
What's the question? Shoot that shit again, buddy.
Oh, come on, man. You know what the question is. It's right there.
Cheerios, some bitch.
There you go. Hot damn, you got double, triple side off Jeopardy. Congratulations.
Oh, goddamn.
Pat Sajak is a loser. All he does is spin that damn wheel. He ought to be over there playing with Vanna's titties.
Ooh, shame on you, Clown.
He ought to be over here saying, come over here. We'll put a little thing on your nipples and spin it and watch you get off.
Clown.
What?
Let me see that arm again.
That one.
That one. Oh, Clown, look at you. You son of a gun, you.
You see, that's why I got that tattoo right there. You know why? Because that way I can shoot it right in my gum line in between my teeth.
Wow.
It's hard to shoot speed properly, but if you know which vein to hit, it's beautiful, man.
Hey, man, I know this old girl here, man, just, I don't know, man, ice, they call it. You know anything about that shit?
Oh, no. Oh, shit, man. You don't shoot that shit. You smoke that.
Well, this old girl, she just run off from her family and just all that shit. Is it bad? I wouldn't try it.
It's horrible. I wouldn't try it because then unless you got plenty of teeth, which are natural, which you like to grind, because once you smoke that ice, it's like 6 days later, and it's like, I ain't fell asleep yet, and I got a whole lot of things done.
13 days.
Yeah, you see, but the only problem with that is once you start selling all your stuff to get that, then you got to start borrowing shit from your neighbors. Like, hey, can I borrow your mower? I'm eating my own grass because I ain't got nothing to do because I got everything else done in the house. I just need to borrow your lawn mower to sell it to go get money to stay up for another 27 days.
Some bitch, you got a hell of a show going.
But I got the shortest, neatest chewed-on lawn there is in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Ain't nobody around me got a lawnmower, so I got to go chew on their grass, but that's okay. I got nothing but time because I ain't been to sleep in 36 days.
God damn. 36 days.
But I got a lot of shit done.
Really nothing.
Well, I got a whole lot of surfing and a whole lot of watching done, but hell.
Hey man, how the hell can I get me a damn Cheerio ALKA SELTZER?
Ooh.
Come on, spit your guts now, goddamn it. Come on now.
Nah, there's a secret society that meets here at the studios on Monday that'll tell you how to stand here and make an idiot out of yourself if you want, but that's up to you.
I like to do that. I like to make an idiot.
Hey, but you know what happens if you start this? Your neck hair starts growing.
Oh, hell. Hey, you smoke pot?
Can't afford it. But I smoke a lot of cardboard and I pretend. I take my aluminum foil and I roll it into little pipes and I stuff it full of like grease soaked. So you know how they got them like jugs that come in for the grease fat. So the cardboard always gets soaked with oil. So you take the cardboard that's all soaked with oil and put it in the pipe and say, "Oh yeah, 100% pure canola oil."
God damn.
Oh yeah, man, it's the best. It's like smoking oak leaves, but it's okay.
Hey, where y'all at? Downtown?
We over on the east side.
East side? You better duck something. You better get lower than that.
Oh no, man. This is east side's okay, man, but it's all getting sucked up by the yuppies, which is normal. But no, east side's cool because if east side's okay if you don't fuck around with people, but if you start coming around here to fuck around, you will get fucked up.
No shit. You get fucked up on the east side.
Well, no, you come to the east side to get the stuff to get fucked up. You don't want to get fucked up in the east side because you will end up getting fucked up in the north side, because if you leave fucked up here, then you're really going to get fucked up there. But you just buy the stuff and you take it home. Oh, you're killing me, man. I ain't got none. I'm out of cardboard. Nobody loves me. Oh, well. I guess that's just the way it goes. Twang, twang. Oh! Good evening. Hi, you got the time.
Cheerios.
Yeah, Cheerios. Let's have a Cheerios.
Hey, you know what it is, nigga? Hey, Carla, can you come on the east side? I'm over here at Booker T. East side.
East side, whoop!
Yeah, boy. Yeah, you know how it is. You tell us if you don't know nothing about the east side.
Yeah, baby, I know all about the east side. I've lived on the east side for the last 12 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dog. See, you know, I just gonna holler at you all day, class, so I'll let you later on. Yeah, thank you, baby.
Holler right at ya.
Papa.
See, that's what's nice about the east side. Short, sweet, to the point. It's good. It's very good. Of course, he may be fighting the minutes on his phone, but that's okay. That's a good, solid fight. You know, back in the day, when there were like 6 people sitting on a couch from midnight till about 6 a.m. and everybody who called in, the 2 questions were, hey baby, can you blow me, or can you spread your legs and let me watch, or can you show me your toplessness? And it's come and gone, and it's all been okay, man, because, you know, a lot of people who are the inside job people like Mr. Jones or the trailer park guys who are trying desperately to get messages out there, or the fine brothers and sisters who are sitting there calling on God and taping God's sermons and God's word. all over these TV sets, and it's okay for them, but Clown's always been here for one reason. Clown. Ooh. You got the time.
Cheerios.
Outstanding. You sound like you are under control of your functions right now. What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me is the fact that I have nothing to do.
You sound like you were in the state of clown. That is a bad thing. You know that.
Sense why I'm watching Clowntime.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I really am. I do apologize. I blame society. Well, I know it's just because I'm a sorry-ass old ratted-out punk, but...
I blame society for everything, too.
I heard something that kills me, man. Kills me. It kind of makes you wish you could teleport from one place to another at a fairly good price, because the circle jerks are playing at a bar in Cali 2 days from now. And I don't have time to stick out my thumb and get there, man. It's the original members of the Circle Jerks.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, fuck. I mean, that'd be like going to see Fear, the Circle Jerks, and the Misfits. Talk about a 3 lineup that'll like, if you still got all your teeth at the end of the show, you weren't in the pit. That would be some hardcore, like, you know, even some old guys with oxygen bottles would be in the mosh pit going, "Get out the way, you young bastard!" You know. Fuck yeah, man. I mean, it's the Circle Jerks. There used to play a place down on the drag called All That Jazz, and had all these t-shirts, and there's a guy standing there like this, and you see a yellow stream, and it said Circle Jerks, Golden Shower of Hits. Fucking beautiful stuff.
Damn straight.
Man, it just ain't, you know, they'd be like going to Liberty Lunch and seeing an all-ages punk rock show from like noon till 2 in the morning.
And when is this?
Back in the day, before Liberty Lunch got torn down and some stupid piece of shit got put up.
Of course, dude. They tear down all the good shit to put up fucking bullshit.
Crap.
Yeah, exactly.
The little feed store that's a historic place stayed, but the building they built stayed empty for 2 fucking years.
Are you serious? Then why fucking tear it down if no one's gonna fucking rent the shit?
Oh, because they get more revenue from the building being built there just sitting empty. It's tax based on property value than they made off the live music and the rocking of Liberty Lunch.
You know, this is supposed to be fucking like live music capital of the world.
That is fucking horse shit.
Exactly. It's self-proclaimed bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, hey, welcome to the live music capital of the world. Number one, first thing you always ask a musician when you meet one in this town is, hey, man, so what's your day job? All the people I knew worked convenience stores so they could work a day shift, go do their gig, and then like roll in real late at night. No matter how fucked up you were, you knew where you were going to work like from 4 till 11. So it's like, even if you were screwed up, you could still punch a button and fucking ring up whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you would hear is, hey, so you're abandoning this town. How many parking tickets have you gotten while unloading? I mean, is your dashboard so full you don't have room to cram the next one in there? So, yeah, live music capital of the world, my butt. You know, yeah, live music capital if you consider karaoke bars, piano bars, or sports bars live entertainment. Then we got them all beat. But if you're actually talking about bands playing, Steamboat shut down and they built the aquarium. Please. Right next door was Hondo's. They had a few live bands every now and then. That was cool. That's now the library. Talk about the cutest ever fucking name I ever heard for a goddamn bar. Where are you going, kids? We're going to the library, Mom.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Fucking Hondas used to have these two basketball hoop things in the front, so you could shoot there and shoot rims while you were getting drunker and drunker. It was beautiful, man.
There's nothing like drunk sports.
Oh yeah, nothing like you see that. That's why old time country and western bars still have the old slider thing. So no matter how screwed up you aren't going to put something through the front window. You can sit there and just and pass out. You're not going to hurt yourself with the floor, and you're never going to pick up one of them round hockey puck things and chunk it because there's going to be no problem identifying who the fuck threw what because you can't. You have always know what those fucking things are. So you know. So anything else on your mind besides missing true live music in this town?
I know, right? No, not really.
What's even better is now that it's turned over to Red Riverside, all the hotels are bitching about the noise, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Aren't the people staying in your hotels here to see this music? You should be grateful that it's coming through the walls for free. Rock on and turn it up. Oh, wait. I bought a condo right above a bar, and now I'm going to complain about the noise.
Yeah, people are just fucking... You gotta, you know, if you're gonna spend, like, so much fucking money for a condo downtown, you better do fucking research and see if you see, like, fucking La Zona Rosa down the fucking balcony. You're gonna expect noise, like, seriously.
Fuck yeah. But no. There's all this noise in the area, and we're trying to rest from doing what? Fucking people over to give for the shake?
Fucking bullshit.
It is. It is truly sad. I got to go piss off other people. Thanks, man.
All right, adios.
Peace. You got the time.
Hey, what's good, Clown? Cheerios.
There you go, baby. What's up?
Hey, man. I'm holding down for Waco, Texas. Dang City, 254.
Hey, 254. Hey, 744 saying what up, G?
And now I'm just chilling, enjoying your show. Man, right now I'm feeling like I'm in a spaceship, hovering off my seat from blowing on this sweet. You know what I'm saying?
I can handle that completely, man. That's cool. Now, do you have the bop gun with you? You know, George Clinton got the bop gun. You got the bop gun?
Nah. You know I got the feelings.
Okay, I can handle it. I can handle it. But, you know, the vaporizer is very cool, man, because it does allow you to get a bit more out of your weed.
Yeah.
Anything else, my brother?
Nah, man, I just calling to let you know I enjoy your show. I hold it down with my boys from the east side.
East side!
Yeah, so it's all cool. You want to say, show rock.
Peace. Oh, man, I just went to you and you hung up. Oh, maybe you're back. You got the time.
Hey, fucking ALKA SELTZER, man.
So, the savior of the morning. The only problem is if you're hurting that bad, that fizz will be like nails on a chalkboard. So it's like, just finish fizzing and let me go and just slug you, man. You know. So you're sitting there like, zzz, like, is it done yet?
I'm trying to, but fucking, I called in about the bees last weekend.
What'd you call in about?
About the bees in my wall.
Oh yeah, did you ever get that taken care of?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're all gone now.
See, like I told you, you call somebody who specializes in it, and like I said, most of the time the dudes are going to show up. They're going to have a slightly scraggly beard, a white suit, and a net, and they say, "Yeah, we'll drive them out." Just, and what they do is they set up a fog machine in the bedroom. This usually should drive them out, and we'll figure out where their hole is, and we'll take care of business. And by the way, you want to step out back and smoke a joint?
Yeah.
So you step out back and say,
smoke a joint too, man. But fucking Seven Dust, man, that did the trick.
Woo! Holy shit!
I got another problem. I got these little pricks across the parking lot, man. Fucking, they're all out in the parking lot screaming, "Oh, we're 21, and we got our own
apartment, and we're getting it on tonight, and we're getting it on. And it was like, you know what they're talking about getting it on? They're talking about, well, fucking with people, and they're fucking stupid, and I just want to give a shout out to Vernon!
See, okay, now, there's easy ways to solve that.
I know, man.
No, there really is. There really is. Do you know if is it an apartment or is it like a house?
Yeah, it's an apartment complex, man.
Easy. Okay. Find out what room number it is. Okay, what apartment number, right?
Yeah.
Then what you do is right at the height of the party, you walk around the back side and you find which power box belongs to them, and you open it up and you flip the breaker and you close it up and you take a little padlock, and on the padlock it says, if this padlock is removed, it is a violation of your rental agreement, and you put the padlock on there and you sneak back around the other way. Problem solved. Hey man! Hey, what happened? It'll take.
You know what, man? I'm so sad that you're leaving to San Antonio, man, because you got fucking all the goddamn answers, right? I swear.
It's easy. Because then the apartment guy says, well, why you guys screw the power box? And they're like, well, we didn't put that there, man. We were having this great party, and then the power went like... And then everybody left because we didn't have any power. We told them, look, yeah, we may have spent all the power money on kegs, but they didn't say they were going to turn it off yet, and my dad's sending a check.
my dad sent me a check. A bunch of those punk-ass motherfuckers talking about how they used to be hooked on heroin, but now they hate niggers and all this shit, man. It's like,
well, welcome to the wonderful world of white. Trust me, give it 3 months and they won't be there anymore.
Well, I'll do on them.
You see, if you're a true South Austinite, all you do is you just keep a little list of cops showed up this many times, that many times, and done. By the time the fifth time hits, they're probably on their way moving out because the landlord has finally gotten to the point where it's like,
oh yeah,
that's
man.
like 3 Saturdays and twice on Sunday. Fuck you.
Yeah, how'd you know I was South Austin, man? I guess that was a good guess, dude.
Man, that's all South Austin. You're not
typical, huh, man?
You're not going to see a North Austin unless it's Runberg and Lamar, but white power may have balls, but they don't have big enough balls to move up at Runberg and Lamar. So they still got to live down south in those cheap-ass apartments. They're not going to go up north, and they sure as fuck ain't going to go out in bee caves. So,
they can tuck themselves up upon my foot, man, because they all them motherfuckers can just suck my fucking dick, dude.
Like I said, give it 3 weeks, man, and they'll move out. I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking. I'll be on their ass for 3 goddamn months if they ain't.
No, man. Like I said, all you gotta do is pull the power trick a couple of times, and they want to move out because, man, every time we get a good party started, man, the power goes out for some reason.
No, I know when the power's at, little motherfuckers.
See, beautiful.
Yeah,
Just go up in there, click.
Hey, you go and harass some other people, man. Nice talking to you.
Hey, let me know how it works out, man.
All right, man.
You got the time. Oh, when you hear the phone go dead, start talking. You got the time.
Start talking. Motherfucking Cheerios.
There you go, goddammit. How the fuck are you?
Motherfucking Cheerios.
There you go, goddammit. How the fuck are you?
Ain't about time you on my money pump.
Hello, brother.
Ain't about time you on my money pump. Hello, brother. This is Hot uncle. What the hell are you talking shit about?
Here's what I gotta say about that, man. You see, what you gotta do is you gotta say, ALKA SELTZER.
Hey,
You guys are fucked up, man. That's nice. What y'all getting fucked up on? Nitrous is cool and so is alcohol.
hey, I have a question.
Yeah, what?
How's your prison wallet?
My prison wallet's just fine. I actually got a $20 bill, 2 joints, and a couple of volumes stuck in my butt right now.
Yeah, what up, nigga? You got a gun?
Shit, no, baby, don't need no gun. I got a straight razor. I'll just sneak up on you and give you a slight haircut.
Leave my phone.
You got the time.
Hey, Honey Nut Cheerios.
There you go. Sweetness. What else you got for me?
What the fuck is wrong with this country?
Ooh, I can answer that in one word.
What's that word?
Decimal point.
Decimal point?
Let me explain it to you this way.
All right.
Back in the days when our parents grew up, and going a little ways back from that, there was a time where if you had a problem with your neighbor, you solved it neighbor to neighbor. And that was cool because you actually had time to know who your neighbor was. And if somebody in your neighborhood was sick or ill, you actually knew that 3 doors down, Mrs. Johnson's husband fell and hurt himself, because neighborhoods actually had time for each other. And when neighborhoods got together with other neighborhoods, nice things happened. I mean, you guys were on one side of the park, they were on the other, you meet it in the middle, you played, Sunday afternoon football. But it was a cool game because you actually had time to do that. So what happened is the decimal point started moving. And the decimal point, unfortunately, started moving more towards the red than the black. So the farther the decimal point moves towards the red, the harder you have to work, the longer hours you have to work to try and take that decimal point to move it back towards the black. So with less time to spend with your neighbors or other people, you start to become isolated patches. Now, instead of knowing who your neighborhood is, you now know maybe 3 or 4 people in that neighborhood, or maybe even just the people on either side of you and across the street, because you don't have enough time to understand that you don't know all the people in your neighborhood. You don't have time for those people because you are busy trying to take the decimal point from the red to the black. See, if we didn't have so much worry about where that decimal point was, we would have more time to be able to relate to each other. And the more you can relate to people and actually have time for other people, the more calm you are, the better you understand your neighborhood and your world around you. And with that knowledge comes the reality to be able to do something about the situation that affects your neighborhood.
Okay. What the fuck is wrong with the apathy that this country has?
They no longer care about what happens to other people because they're still trying to move that decimal point in the proper direction for them. You see, because if you care about something, when you care about something enough, it takes what? It takes time out of your schedule. But if that takes time out of your schedule, you don't have enough time to get that decimal point to where you want it, because other people keep shifting it on you. But if you had enough time, you could stop and concern yourself and care and do something about the people that are moving it on you, and get them to stop moving it on you, but you're too busy chasing it yourself, so therefore they still control where the decimal point is, and you don't have time, and you get ground down, and you no longer care about who the fuck's moving it, as long as you are taking it and moving it in the proper direction for you. Decimal point. That's where apathy comes in very heavily, because you don't have time enough to give a shit. And after a while, and after that grind and that beat down constantly, you no longer care, because you're afraid that if you start messing with the people who are messing with that decimal point, you're going to get the rolled up newspaper again for trying to do something about it.
Interesting. One more question.
Ask.
What the fuck did the people do to make the government hate us?
It's not about the government hating us. No, it's not. The government really doesn't hate you.
Then why do they keep trying to fuck us?
Well, no. You have to understand. They're not fucking you necessarily. What they're doing is, because there are professional politicians and no term limits, what they are doing is they are busy kissing the ass of certain groups. So say you're older and you're a member of the NAA and you are here. You're very important. Why? Because you're older, and what do old people do? They play bingo, they play shuffleboard, and they what? Vote. So the old people get whatever they want because they still go down and they still pull the lever that keeps your ass in your seat on the hill. So these are very important people. Now, this group of people who are young, who are intelligent, who might have time to know what's going on, but they're busy trying to fix their own lives, they're pretty far down on the scale. Why? Because they don't have time to pay attention to the issues, and they don't have time to go down and pull the lever. Very important people. Pull that lever. Keep your ass in that seat on that hill. Young people, who you can take all this burden to please these old people and put it on these guys because they're young, frisky, and working for you, who don't pull that lever, you really don't care about them because they don't keep your ass in the seat on the hill. Very important, not so important. The way it should be, the people who are paying for it all, the people who are up on it, the people who take time to go pull that lever each and every time they get a fucking opportunity, they will become very, very, very important. Not so important because they're done. They don't need anything really. These guys could use a shitload of help, but they're too busy to pull a handle. It's not about hatred. It's about specialization to find out who you have to contact with to make them pull that lever with your name on it to keep your ass in the seat on the hill. It's not about hatred. It's about waking up in the morning to figure out whose ass you got to kiss to keep your job. Your job as a professional politician. If you had term limits where you could only have a total of 8 years in your entire lifetime in that seat, you would probably pay a lot more attention to those people because you'd have to talk to the working people a bit more to get into that seat to keep your ass on the hill. But as it is, all you have to do is go around to the old folks' homes or to the AAA meetings to talk to these people who have nothing but time, and you can spin to them whatever they want because they still go down and pull the levers. That's the ones that you always know are going to be there. These guys, you'll bullshit, you'll tell them whatever they want because they don't care because they're too busy to go down and pull that lever, and they don't count. It's not a matter of hatred. It's a matter of whose ass you got to commit to keep your ass in that seat for the hill.
Interesting.
If you want true change, if you really want change, if you really want to do something about it, term limits.
Term limits, you know. Dude, who's going to bring us change, though? Seriously, how is the system supposed to change without the people being so fucking apathetic to what's going on?
If you can figure out a way to make these guys who are busy busting it to take 5 minutes to realize that they could stop this by term limiting these assholes and pull that lever, a lot of shit would change. You see, another thing is you have lobbyists.
Fuck the lobbyists.
Well, no, you see, the lobbyists love the current system. Why? Because if you know for a fact that you have a pretty good chance of having the same guy locked in for a long time, your world is gravy, because as long as you keep him on your list and you can control him as to he's busy keeping his stuff going, and you tell him what to write on and what to sign off on, then your world is easy. But if you know for a fact that that guy is only going to be there for a very short time, your ass is on fire, because you don't know for a fact that the next guy coming in, you're going to be able to control. Wouldn't it be a nightmare to you is your stability, the way things have always been, has suddenly come along and been wiped out because somebody finally said those people serving can only go for a certain amount of time, a very short amount of time, then they're out, and some other clown that you have never fucking met, that you have no idea where he stands or what the fuck he's going to do, is now sitting in that seat, and you have lost a shitload of control over it, because the more money you throw at him, the less he might like it, because he's realizing about control, and he may kick you out. People have nightmares about term limits. How do you get term limits set? You figure out a way to take these people, to slow them down just enough to pay attention from fighting that decimal point, to say, hey, if you like anarchy, if you really want to fuck somebody's world, put term limits on these guys, make them actually work for a living, and watch the fucking lobbyists try and pull hat tricks out of their butts because they have no idea who the fuck's coming in. The problem is these guys are traveling way too fast. It's hard to read an 8x10 sign that some dude is handing on the side of the road when you're going 110 down the road because you're trying to survive, because they've got the carrot in front of you. You have to figure out. Yeah, it is. It is a totally fucked up system. But it's advantage because there are people who have been in that system so fucking long.
Like all those 70-year-old white guys who've been in fucking Congress and the Senate for their whole, like, career.
Exactly. They're called career professional politicians. The way I think it would have supposed to have been worked out is everybody does 8 years. It's like jury duty. It's like everybody you know always wants to get out of jury duty because it kills time that they need to go do something else. Jesus fucking Christ. I got stuck with jury duty and it sucks. I got no problems with doing jury duty, and I'll tell you why. Because I would much rather have a dude sitting in a jury box who's sitting there saying, okay, I got jury duty, no big deals. I'll check it out and I'll see what's going on. And I'd much rather have that person sitting there paying attention to my case and actually trying to figure out what the fuck's going on than some guy sitting there saying, Jesus, man, I can't believe I couldn't get out of this shit. True?
True. You're right.
So, 8x10 sign that says term limits. You have to figure out a way. Topless girl, big hooters, term limits.
Screeching halt people would come to.
Oh, wow, man. Term limits. Oh, think about that, baby.
So in your perfect world, Clown, who do you think would be fit to run this country?
That is a question that it's extremely hard to answer because, number one, if you say who would be perfect for the job, is somebody who would know that system inside and out. And how do you learn any system?
Practice.
You have to be within that system
to start.
For a while to learn how to work or how the system works and then how to work within the system to get it to work.
All right.
So you have that first problem right off the bat is you now have somebody in there who knows all about the system, who's integrated in that system, who is part of that system. He's perfect.
Right.
But he fits very perfectly into that system. And thus the system is now perfect because you have the perfect person within that system.
Okay.
Okay.
But for you, who is that person?
I wouldn't want that person.
You wouldn't want that person. Well, which person would you want?
I wouldn't want somebody. I wouldn't want somebody who would be imperfect in that job. Okay. Look, you ever see Uncle George and his dad? Don't those guys look so perfectly at home in that position, like they've always been meant to be there? I would much rather have a guy who says, yeah, I just woke up one morning, I figured I'd run, and crap, I made it. Now what? I'd much rather have that guy, and I'll tell you why. Number one, unpredictability.
You never know what's going to happen.
You have no idea what the hell this motherfucker's going to do. Perfect. They say he'll never get anything done. That's fine. I don't care if he gets not a goddamn thing done. At least you know for a fact you have much, much better odds of him actually trying to get something done and work into that system or around that system or over that system or through that system because he doesn't fit that system. He's outside that system. So he's actually got to try and put some effort. Now you take that perfect boy whose daddy's done this and whose family has done this and who is born, bred, and shit to fit that system. You really think that he's ever tried one day to do anything?
Anything? No. Spoon-fed, silver spoon up his ass his whole life.
Right. He was born to be put in that cog was placed right there.
Seems like our country's being led by like blue bloods,
But you see, I want the cog that's going to come around instead of being a purple shirt. I want click, la la la, click, la la la, click. We got to do something to fix that. No, I want that cog there for irritation. Why? Because irritation wakes people up. If you're walking along fine, you'll never worry about your shoe. But if you get a rock in it, you always stop and take that rock out. Why? Because it irritates you. Because it makes you unhappy. Wouldn't that system just be a little bit different if there was something poking it with a stick saying, yeah, it's like when Jesse Ventura became governor of Minnesota. Did anybody ever see that fucking shit coming?
Nobody saw that shit coming.
Right. Nobody saw that shit coming. Talk about way fucking left field. But he was perfect because he took that place and he did a bit of shaking up. Because he got there and he said, yeah, I just ran for a hell of a shit. I made it. And yeah, he wasn't the best. But things were definitely different for a while. Boy, wouldn't I just love to see somebody come way out of left field.
Didn't Jesse Ventura support Ron Paul?
I hope, yeah, he did. Ron Paul would have been interesting for this country, but you see, Ron Paul is running under a party, and he was dead last in a lot of shit. And the only reason he was running on that party's back end was for name recognition.
No, the only reason he was running for that party was to keep a seat in Congress.
Right. Because
if he would
that
have
party got him in there.
Independent, he would have lost a seat in Congress, and then even if losing the president's election, he would have been left with nothing. So this way, he's still keeping his seat.
Right, exactly. But you see, the thing is though, what truly has to happen, if you truly want to see a shakeup, I figured out a while ago how to truly fuck with this system. And it would be perfect. It would be the ultimate screw if it could happen. You take somebody who is young, like say in his 40s,
like a JFK,
and still fairly together and pretty good at what he does, which is talk bullshit. Okay? And he's got a fairly good idea, and he's got some pretty good plans on how to fix things. Now, you take him, he is your president. Vice president really doesn't matter. Vice president is an interference runner. It's like, here, I got cookies, go get milk. Sick 'em, son. And the vice president goes toddling off and does whatever. I mean, look at our fabulous potato vice president. Dumb as rocks, great looking boy, still stupid as fuck. But you never heard about him. Vice presidents are never heard of. It's always that guy. I would much rather have a vice president that's out there doing his own shit that you're hearing about all the time. And the president says, yeah, baby, I'm tied up with this. Go get him, kid. Get him. And you hear the vice presidents doing all kinds of shit all the time because the president's busy doing one end of it and the vice president should be doing the other end.
Right.
Two-prong attack would be a beautiful thing. I would love to hear a vice president that's going out there and getting all kinds of shit going on because that actually shows we actually have a vice president. So anyhow, so you got the president.
Right.
What you need is a fabulous 53. The fabulous 53 are 53 young, politically motivated, on track with their man, guys running for Congress. President's biggest fight is to try and get his shit moved through Congress.
And if you can fill Congress with a bunch of young, open-minded people,
if you could take a bunch of
fucking farts,
if you could take a pack of independent, self-motivated guys whose brains still work and implant them along with a president who's basically all these guys have basically the same ideas. They're not going to agree necessarily all together. That would be bullshit. That would be the same goddamn system. No, but everybody's got a common goal. You have the president, you have a good vice, and you have the fabulous 53 who are in there slugging it out for him. If anything goes to committee, one of those 53s has a real good chance of being on that committee to call bullshit. Or if something comes up and needs to be passed, you know for a fact that you have the fabulous 53 sitting there arguing, ready to be able to work the floor, to be able to get a few things passed that actually might change things. You would have to have one man, good ideas, pretty clean background. I'm sorry, if my president's got a squeaky clean background, there is a fucking problem.
Damn straight. No one's fucking perfect.
I'd much rather say, yeah, you were busted one time for pot. So, yeah, it was some pretty good stuff, and that cop was a dick. I fucking inhaled.
Hey,
I got drunk.
Didn't fucking, I want to legalize that shit too.
Yeah, I fucked my girlfriend on prom night. Yeah, and it was fabulous. Thank you, America. So, President, Vice, 53.
That's kind of what that whole. Have you heard about that campaign for liberty shit that they're trying to promote? It's like they're trying to like get open-minded, libertarians to get into office, and whether it be at the local level, like fucking Congress, whatever. Just we need change, and
yeah, change would be wonderful. But like I said, it's the same thing of. You've got to have people who can go out and at least slow people down enough. You have to have people who are internet savvy, grassroots savvy to be able to break into that system. They'd have to do it all together at the same time. It'd have to be an organized effort. It'd be the president, the vice, and the fabulous 53. It'd be the big 55.
And what you would have to... It's hard, though,
Yeah, number
Ron
one...
Paul had, like, the biggest, like, fucking internet shit. I was reading that. And, like, the fucking media just wouldn't talk about him at all. But you fucking go on YouTube or whatever, and he's got, like, 1 million-something views on his speeches. But you don't see shit on the fucking TV.
Well, you see, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Our whole system's fucked up. Like,
well, no. You have to understand. You could do this without a single bit of media, and I'll tell you exactly.
Could you really?
No. I tell you exactly how you would do it. Okay. It is known as the Electoral College.
The Electoral College, the system that was set up because they believed the voters weren't smart enough to make the right decision.
That is correct. Now, imagine this. The fabulous 53 only have to get a certain amount of votes. But you don't worry about the common man votes. All you have to really worry about is the votes from the Electoral College. Because remember, the president is not put in by popular vote. He is put in by the Electoral College. So it doesn't matter what Johnny in the booth is pulling, as long as you know for a fact that you could get the people from the Electoral College to pull that lever with your guy's name on it. That is the only thing that matters. If you have the fabulous 53 working for you and you can work on that Electoral College and you can get your president in, the popular vote, if you can go underground and you can actually get the kids to take 5 minutes out of their world to pull a lever, if you could get 20% of college kids, kids on the internet, young adults from 32 to 18 to go and pull a lever, you can become a congressman. The blue hairs are already pulling. You can kiss enough ass there, but the ones you got to convince, 32 to 18, and the kids in college, and you can become a congressman. The fabulous 53 do that. Work on the Electoral College.
And what's with the fucking socialism that's almost trying to happen with this fucking country?
We have lived in a socialist state.
We've lived in a somewhat socialist state, but you've got the fucking Obama wanting to like institute these social programs that are going to put us even more in debt.
No, we've been living in that system
since FDR.
Yeah, basically. As soon as he stamped his name on a few programs, we have been living in that state. Why? Because
are you kidding me? A few programs? Oh my God! You
gotta understand. The corporations of America have been running this country for a long time now. Ever since the crash. It was since
since 1913 when they instituted a national bank.
Welcome.
And they started the IRS. That is when corporations started ruling this country.
Yeah, exactly. When they said, okay, we're going to take out a loan. How are you going to pay it back? And the bank says, don't worry about paying it back. We'll take care of it for you. Okay. Congratulations, you now own America.
Basically.
Appreciate that. Really do.
Fuck the Federal Reserve.
Can I get
our dollar is crashing so bad.
Yeah, but you see what I have been talking with you about is known as pipe dreams. Because if you have enough motivation to try and crank it, that's cool. I've been down on the system for so long that, yeah, I've actually voted a few times. But when you know for a fact that when you're pulling that lever and your name is going into a computer where somebody can sit there and say, click. Or even before that with the paper, shred, here's how we voted.
Exactly, right?
Okay. What is the point of me being the small little ant just working away that I'm going to go to the queen, the master, and say, this is wrong, and I'm going to change it. And you don't think a couple of guard ants are going to just come pick you up and haul you away like Woody Allen? Yeah, right.
Didn't that happen to that kid in Florida who got tased? He was trying to say something and he got his ass arrested and tased for asking a question to John Kerry.
Yeah.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. What happened to the fucking First Amendment? Seriously. And all the fucking people in the audience just sat there apathetic to what was happening and didn't fucking help them.
You ever, these town hall meetings are not town hall meetings. These are shows. These are known as slide shows. Oh, we're going to have people ask, just common man ask questions. You ever see a common man or a common person ask a question at one of these things? Like, they're unscripted. Yeah, right. Some person sitting there, okay, we have a question from the audience. If you just stood up and yelled out a question, no matter what it was, do you think the candidate would answer it? Or would a couple of guards politely escort you outside because you have interrupted their town hall meetings?
Interrupted my ass. Yeah, although I was supposed to get the issues out, but
You ever once hear they'll talk about issues every single day. They will speak of this issue, that issue, those issues. I don't give a flying fuck about the issues. I really don't. We all of us already fucking know what the issues are. The candidate for my presidency and my fabulous 53 would stand up at one of these things where they have all these other clowns together with him and all the other clowns that are running against him. And he would stand up and he would say, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here today to discuss the issues with you. I don't have time, and I'm not going to waste your time with talking about the issues. Here's my solution. Here's the way I think it should work. Here's the way I'm going to try and implement it. Because if it actually goes through, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, and that's going to be solved. Doesn't give a flying fuck about talking about all these issues issues. No. I'd much rather have my guy come up and say, ladies and gentlemen, in my own opinion, as I'm looking at it, my solution. Do you think in your heart and your soul that we will ever hear one of our fabulous people running for that office that nobody wants step up the podium and say, ladies and gentlemen, this is my solution. This is how I think it should work. This is how I'm going to implement it. This is what I'm going to try to achieve. Thank you.
Fuck no.
No fucking way in hell.
And like, literally, how will a candidate who actually had a solution be able to get out there? Because look at fucking John McCain. John McCain's campaign fund had $0 in it. He was sending memos out to his fucking campaign staff saying, "You're gonna have to work for free because I don't have the funds to pay you." And
John McCain.
The media fucking hypes him like a motherfucker, and he starts winning primaries when he was fucking losing them to whatever that fucker's name is, Romney. Out of the blue, it totally switches after he gets no money. He was fucking media's darling, and they took care of him.
Well,
Was he the best candidate?
Now, do you think my dream candidate would get any airtime at all? Only time he would make airtime is he said this wrong, or he said that wrong, or he made these people mad, or he made these people mad. Man, I'm sorry. If I'm running for a seat or I'm running for the presidency of the United States of America, I want a few people pissed off at me because then I'm actually stirring things up and making a little change. Yeah, I'd love to be able to step up to that podium and say, ladies and gentlemen,
claim for change.
I think this is a fine organization. Of course, I think you are also fucking a whole lot of people in the ass. And I think that's a bunch of bullshit. But I appreciated the fact that you let me have lunch before you throw me out. Because I think you guys just totally suck ass and blow wind. It'd be great. Why? Because he is actually giving an honest opinion. Wait a minute. You mean political candidates have opinions? Yeah, they have opinions that are given to them by their speechwriters on their 8x10 cards or in their teleprompter. That's their opinions. You will never hear them except once in a while when they're caught off guard. Oh, we thought that was off the mic. Nah, I'd much rather have my politician say, yep, them people, bunch of fucking assholes. Vote. God, don't you just live for this? But don't you know that you'll never see it?
It won't ever fucking happen.
All our candidates running for office should be talking about solutions, and not giving a flying holy fuck about who they piss off. Yeah, I piss some people off. Deal with it. Agree with it. Don't agree with it. Don't care. There's where I stand. If you don't like where I stand, go one side or the other. Don't care. Why? Because at least when I took a stand, I'm not sitting there like, oh yeah, well, you know, I've stood right in this same spot on this same issue for a long time, and you can check my track record. You see, I'm much... No. They're too busy fucking dancing, but if our candidate was running, he'd be there like, there it is. One way or the other. Suck it! Because that's where I stand. If you don't like it, hey, you're number one. But you'll never see it. Why? Oh, by the way, when's the last time you went down to the Donkey Show? That was a beautiful show. I got my ass in trouble for that shit. You're the donkey guy. I know who you are. You are, aren't you?
What?
You called me up on Halloween night.
Nah, dude.
Huh?
Nah, you get the wrong guy.
Well, I know it's you.
That's
I recognize the voice, and I recognize the
Nah,
fact that
dude,
you were so
I
laid
was
back.
the guy who called like 2 or 3 calls ago. I was talking about the music.
But I know, nah, you called a long time ago on Halloween night, and we talked about the Donkey Show. I know it's you. Either that, or if not, you got somebody who sounds like you that is just as laid back. But no, I usually don't talk politics on this show because, as you can see, my political views just really aren't in tune
with the country,
with America.
Right.
Even
though it's something we need the shit to be fucking kicked out of it, spun around, and fucking thrown on the floor and say this is what it is. Work with it. Versus the whole fucking etiquette shit has to go on for.
I love the fact that there was a guy who went into an Orthodox church, shot a bunch of people, and said it's all the fact of the liberals and homosexuals' fault that he lost his job. And he had a bunch of books in his house by Bill O'Reilly and a few of those other assholes. But you'll never see that on Fox News because why? Guess who Bill O'Reilly and them assholes work for?
Right.
If you have to say at the end of your broadcast, fair and balanced, there's something wrong with this picture.
Right.
I remember back in the day, I lived for the day to come again. I fucking cried the day that Walter Cronkite stopped doing the news. Because every time Walter Cronkite ended his show, he ended it with, and that's the way it is, October 12th, 1978. Not fair and balanced. That's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Don't you fucking live for that day again?
That's what we fucking need. We need shit to be straightforward.
The most trusted, most honest man in America, Walter Cronkite. Boom. Why? He's always there. He was never opinionated. He was pretty well straight up. And he always ended it with, and that's the way it is. Perfect. Nothing else need to be said. Because why? That's the way it is. If you don't like it, do something about it.
Change the fucking channel.
There you go. So, boy, that ought to get your term paper started on political thought.
All right, Clown. Well, I guess we'll give some airtime to some of these other guys who've probably been flashing at you.
You sure you don't want to hang with me for a few more minutes? Because after this phone call, and it's been, pretty damn decent. Do you think I'm brave enough to take another phone call? Because it's a matter of ruining situations, and this has actually been really decent thought. I mean, have I given you, any thought or even decent area at all?
Yeah, I've been thinking. It's got the clogs turning.
I mean, you could stand up and. I mean, do you go to school? Do you take political theory?
I took some history classes last year.
Are you going to take any political?
Yeah, actually, I'm looking into taking some political science classes because I'm gonna start. I want to try to change something. You know what I mean? Even if it's starting small, like fucking running for like city council, and
right.
Try and make a difference.
If you truly want to make that change, the best thing you can do is start small. I never become mayor because mayor has nothing to do with the political system.
Right.
The mayor is a jockey on a horse who's trying to jump hurdles all the time. And the hurdles are no Walmarts here.
Don't
Or
build a Walmart in North Cross
we don't have enough bike lanes, or let's get light rail going, or let's get a major grocery store to go into the lower floors of one of those condos we're building.
All right.
That is the hurdles that the mayor is busy jumping. City council, whole nother world.
See, if you want to make a difference, you need to get your state legislator. You need to get
state legislators. Good. Do a city council, state legislator, congressman, boom.
Senators.
But
Senators,
you see, if you start working within that party,
you fuck
it
yourself
is
up.
very.
Because we need to get rid of this fucking two-party system, man.
It's very, very hard to, once you start working in that system, to be able to step back and look at that system, because there's always somebody standing back here doing what? Pushing you
to do what they
back
want.
into the light that is the system, to keep you right there in the system so they can keep an eye on you.
All right.
You get caught up in the perks, you are now basically set for life. You stay in there 5 years and you got retirement, you got connections, you got everything you need to set you and your family up for life, and all you have to do is come on down to one of our seminars and buy into our timeshare. All you have to do, son, just play a little ball. We'll be easy on you. We're not going to make you catch. We're not going to make you pitch. We're just going to stick you over in right field, and you can look at the daisy, and we'll yell at you once in a while. Hey, incoming! Yeah, that's the switch. Yeah, you're our man. Yeah, way to go, baby. And they close the door on you again, and they leave you alone. And you got all the perks. You got everything you need. All you got to do is drive around to the old folks home. Hi, how you doing? How's the applesauce today? Really? Good? Good. Here's you want. Oh, yeah, vote for me. Yeah, this is my name. Remember it. Oh, I can see you're working for a living. Oh, that's real good. Yeah, we're working on that. You bet. Get the fuck away from my car. Oh, hi. It's hard. You see how this system works. It's very easy to say, oh, I'm going to change a lot. But when you step in that circle,
how much do you really expect to do?
How much do you expect to change? And
how long
do you think you can last before you burn out on that system, where you just want to walk in and just start AKing all those other sorry ass motherfuckers, because not of who they are, because of what you know that they have turned you into. That's the worst thought.
Yeah.
It's not what they are. It's what you know you are probably going to become, because to work with those people, you have to become those people. And when you do, you are those people. One guy, his badass sidekick, the Fabulous 53. Take your political science man and knock him on his ass with it.
Alrighty.
We got about a minute. I hope I haven't rambled too bad on you, and I hope I have thrown a few ideas into your head to just say, hey, boy, wouldn't it be a different kind of world?
No, it's good. You know, I like thinking about this shit, you know what I mean? And getting other people's opinions. You know, and especially, you know, we need more, like, open-minded people to actually fucking look at our situation and not just fucking, like, worry about moving that fucking decimal, you know?
Exactly. I got to go, bro.
All right, you take it easy.
Thanks for letting me
later.
have your time. Peace.
No problem. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know somebody with AIDS, please give them a hug. It is the best medicine in the world. OLBITTY3AM at Yahoo. That's me. I'm Clown. That's you. I wish you peace, love, and one more thing. Good night.